Today we're going to talk about episode called A Taste of Armageddon, first season, episode number 23 by air date, and production number 23. Same thing. The story is by Robert Hamner, and the teleplay is by Robert Hamner and the buddy we love, Gene Coon. And it was aired February 23rd, 1967. And the director, the great Joseph Pevney.
Who's done 13 of them.
14. Well, not at this point, but he's gonna.
He will.
Okay, so this episode is A Taste of Armageddon. They've made war pretty simple. What do you think? And did you notice the city was red? It was a donut on the map. You know, a spiky kind of donut.
That's when it hit right when it was.
And it hit on one side of it, and it's like, oh, a hit directly in the city.
The starship Enterprise.
Yes.
There is
Ambassador.
Ambassador. Thank you.
Except he's not always on the ship. The way I mean.
No. He's not always on. He's just going to go negotiate with these people and say, hey, let us do whatever it is that we want to do, right?
Kirk's going, we have to ferry this guy around.
Yeah. Well, and then Kirk's saying, because they say, hey, in no way approach our planet, right? Just stay the heck away. Do not do it. And the ambassador says, I'm giving you an order, Kirk. You know that I trump you. So he says, go to the planet. So Kirk does, and he says something that I thought was funny.
What's he say?
I'm sorry. We're going in, gentlemen. And first of all, the ambassador says to Kirk, just do it, right?
Yeah.
And that was way before Nike took that and said, hey, just do it as their slogan, right?
Right.
So they should say the Star Trek Enterprise. I'm just kidding. Right? So, but then Captain Kirk says because of that, he's been given an order to do that. He says, we're going in, gentlemen, and he has a whole speech after that. But what got me, first off, was we're going in, gentlemen, and that was even before Trojan used it as their slogan.
I don't think that the ambassador said, just do it, Captain.
We're going in. We're going in, gentlemen.
Yes, that's what Kirk says, but you tell me where Fox says, just do it, Captain.
Oh, he says,
that's a
do it, Captain. He doesn't say just do it. I added the just. Because this ambassador tells William Shatner, Captain Kirk, that they have to go to this planet no matter what, even though the people of the planet are saying, do not approach us, stay away, get out of here. And William Shatner or Captain Kirk says, I forget the thing. They say it's their planet. We can't, and he says, I'm overriding this. I'm trumping you on this. Go in. And so Captain Kirk does. Then he's going to go down. He's going to take a limited party, go down to the planet surface. They find out that they've been attacked. I did mention of the other ship, though, that was there before. What was the name? Yeah.
USS Valiant.
The Valiant, yeah. So those
That's
guys
interesting because they already used the SS Valiant. Didn't they use that in Where No Man Has Gone Before? The one
I think so. And they said they never saw him again, which is really interesting to me because why wouldn't he do what Kirk did, right? You're not going to give up your ship. I mean, maybe they weren't as smart as Scotty was, though. Well, I like the way Spock goes. There's no other, like he knows this piece of equipment already. There's no other exit, Captain, and they go in and they don't come out. I'm like, this could be a door in the back. It could be what was that other, it wasn't this, it was probably Next Gen it was probably Voyager, one of the other ones where they're beaming them away, but they're going somewhere else. They don't even know where they go. You know that one that I'm talking about?
I don't know that episode.
But you know what I'm talking about, right? So these people are disappearing. And so how does Spock know that they're not just getting beamed away somewhere? They're on the other side of the planet in the forest. I don't know. It was funny to me that Spock comes in and he's just like, there's no exit. They go in, but they don't come out. So anyway,
one man enter, no man leave.
No. I love the way the woman goes, okay, bye-bye, and the guy gets in and he's just gone, right? In the disintegration chamber. The way they go in.
Yeah.
The woman kind of like says goodbye to her husband. I'm assuming it's her husband or brother, whoever he is.
They just walk in so peacefully. I watched those guys.
Yeah, but she says goodbye, right? She's cordial about it and says goodbye. I know it's my time. I'll see you later. Well, maybe not. And then she gets in, right? Well, he just kind of gets in. There's no acknowledging. It's such a guy thing not to be, just to be very stoic and just, you're doing your duty. So that was interesting.
This has to be embedded in their society because nobody that walked in there made a fuss. It was like, this is what you did.
That's what you did. Yeah. In the disintegration machine. So, but Kirk, he takes issue. And I'll tell you why, though. Because they want to kill his crew on the ship. And they already said he was a casualty. They warned him not to come there. He said he was going to go there. And he did, because he was ordered to go there, actually. He did go there, and the Enterprise is a casualty of war. Okay? Right.
Now he's got to trick him. A NonSeven has to trick the crew to come down so that he can do what he did to the Valiant. Was that it?
That's right. I forgot to say that the NonSeven is the ambassador on the planet that helps run this war thing. He already lost a wife, and now he's going to lose a daughter to the war, artificial war.
Daughter?
What's her name? Is his daughter?
Oh, is Barbara Babcock his daughter?
Meg 3. Meg 3 is his daughter.
Maya 3. M-E.
Maya 3, I'm sorry. Maya 3 is his daughter. So she's going to go, and she's going to be gone. He lost his wife. But Kirk's not going to have that. And
take her by the arm, and she goes, "You're hurting me." She didn't say it, but he's grabbing her and saying, "You're not going in that disintegration chamber."
Exactly.
They're going to perform a peculiar form of diplomacy. That's what they're going to do.
So they don't like Steve Jobs or Bill Gates. They're really upset with what they've created because, again, the computers are. And so let's look at your notes and see what you got here.
Okay.
That's it essentially, right? I mean.
Right, and the reason that's there is something he said, and I was just looking up what 12406 could be, and I see here that he says, Kirk says, "We're waiting for a reply." Yeah, I don't know why that shot is there.
I don't think we ever see this crewman that's with Scotty ever again. I think this is their single episode, isn't it? It seems to like a single episode to me.
Yeah.
Did you ever see her again? I don't think so.
I don't think so. But I like that she gets the instructions that she's got to, or sit on the lady.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Right. That's a memorable line. We'll get to that. So we have him force him to go where they need to go, and that's the beginning of the teaser, right? That's a direct order. And then because the ship is so beautiful, I grabbed the ship from the intro there. Big dish on the first one.
It's nice. It's nice.
You can see that it's got slots on the backside on the next shot, always orbiting a planet. And then we see the 11-inch model, I believe it is, the one that goes swoosh, swoosh, and swoosh.
Who's that, between Poopy Fox and William Shatner, Captain Kirk?
No, Scotty and Fox. They exit the bridge, and he's just looking at Fox, and Fox then kind of does thinks a little bit and then looks to the side. It's like Scotty already he knows he's going to have words with him later on. And he does. Yeah. It's great. This is the first time I see their hallway, and their hallway has a particular trapezoid kind of a look to it. And in Forbidden Planet, we learned that that's probably the shape of the people or the aliens.
Yeah.
So here we see this large hallway. They must have that kind of shape. I don't know.
Although those doors are awkward, do you see that in a couple shots they almost hit their head on the doors because they're cutting it too close? I think Spock does it and Shatner does it.
Oh, that's great. I got to watch for that. I was looking at those doors, and they don't open up enough.
Right, exactly.
The sharp edge of the triangle piece pulls out, but it's like only halfway open. If their knees hit that, they'd be scraped up all the time.
It's such a strange set. Yeah.
How about the room? I looked at the room where they were all forced to stay in that little room.
Yeah.
I was going, oh, is it a redress of the briefing room? That's a stretch there because we have overhead stuff. But the wall angles differently. On the Enterprise, the level 6, level 7, it goes out like this. And so the briefing room has a wall that goes out. It's closer to you at the bottom than at the top. And in this room, it was the opposite way. It was leaning in like this. Hey, let's make this room different. Okay, so look at when they beam down at 62007, 062007. They beam down, and of course you have to look around to kind of orient yourself, right? Because you were in a transporter room, and you need to look around to see which way you're facing, right? Or you don't want to fall off some stairs, I suppose. I don't know. And,
okay, so it's Miko Mayama.
Oh, you got her name. And
Miko Mayama.
And what's her title? Besides,
it just says Tamula here.
Tamara Cameron.
Oh, I knew I'd seen her before. She was in MASH. I wonder how many she did. She was in a lot of the series shows. Hawaii Five-0, Kojak, Mannix, Ironside.
Miko Mayama.
Yeah, Miko Mayama.
Do they always refer to her as Tamara? Was she? So she wasn't lieutenant or ensign or?
They may have referred to her as something. I don't know. It's possible.
I'm tempted to take away that lieutenant.
You know, on that shot you have on 65-325, though, it is an odd choice because the whole hallway, as you look down the hallway, they have some squared off doorways and some of those rectangular doorways.
I took that because that was a first clean shot of there without any people down the end. And then they have the pentagon shaped doorway at the end, the orange one. But you're probably talking as a hallway has these
yes, exactly. Except for that one that you're looking at straight down, and I think the one that they're standing up in the foreground.
Also, right. So they got a straight, and then they got two angled ones. And
two angled. And then one that's weird. Yeah.
Who built this stuff?
Yeah, this was an odd choice. Oh, see how Tamura in 65-916. Look at her leaning to go through the doorway.
That's the whole thing. My comment there must pass the ball. She has to go like this. She bends even more than that. That's the beginning where she has to avoid, and she rubs up against it to get around there. She walks too close, or they push too close. That's awkward.
It is really awkward. It is really a weird. No wonder they wanted to blow up the cities. They wanted a redesign. What?
Maybe it's we on the Enterprise are used to the straight walls, right? And she went down and subconsciously misjudged where she needed to walk.
No, because you could see Kirk and Spock when they're going to go through that thing and the door's not completely open. They both almost bing bonga boonga boonga.
Okay, you can't see it in the bottom of 74321, but they have the electrical tape. What it looks like
the gaffer tape,
where all of those 6 people are going to end up.
Yeah.
If you watch closely at the bottom, and I'll have to rescan that. And then they walk forward, and you can see Tamara walk and lift her leg up and take that one, boom, and bring her her right leg in, and boom, I am standing on this mark. Everybody,
if you notice when they're running, I think they're on yellow alert on the bridge, right, in the Enterprise.
Yeah.
When those guys are running, you can see some of them running like in almost slow motion because you could tell that they're trying to preserve that camera time, right? They don't want to run right past the camera. Just take a look at it. It cracks me up. They're just
in this episode or in general?
This episode here. Look at those guys. They're just kind of like, everything's burning up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Just kind of doing a shuffle.
Are you talking? You're talking about when after Spock blew up the disintegration booth?
Yeah, it's right here. So they did a lot of running, but there it is right there. 21. I'm going to look at it right here. Yeah, look at the guy on 21.
Yeah, they're kind of.
Yeah, they're kind of like they're sandbagging it a little bit. With these guys, they're just kind of like, look at his arms. His arms are going like he's full book and full out, but he's barely moving at all.
Oh yeah, they're kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, good call. It was good.
So I'm looking at these guys running, and you look at running like God. What is some of those shows like Earthquake or whatever else where it's complete mayhem and just like So anyway, but this is good. So they're running down the corridor, but that's not where we're at now. We're just kind of like
that was 20, 21, 20, and 22. We're still at 9. 8, 82, 8,
Well,
22.
I can't believe we're just kind of getting down to talk to a NonSeven, right?
Exactly. And because I put a comment there, look for the dialogue, I will go find all, sort by, and what is it? What's the code? What's the time code here? 822. On 8/22/21. We have been at war for 500 years, he says. And he's real proud of that, practically.
Yeah, which is I made a comment about that. 500 years against I forget what you call those guys.
I'm looking your comment, the 500-year war with Vindicator is your comment.
Vindicator, yeah, Vindicator, which I'd love to take like an old Ford Mustang, not even a Mustang, just an old Ford pickup, right?
Yeah.
And just kind of like Vindicator, like it just reminded this old beat up car, 500 years old. Like, you're still fighting over that? What the hell?
Okay, you are just a random person in this.
No, Vindicator. It's car. K-A-R.
Star Trek cult. You're
you got to be dead
about Vindicator, and we're here on a serious mission. You are just too funny. So notice how the city is. It looks kind of. I'm not sure what to say. It looks like the city is drawn in red, like maybe the high population area is drawn in that donut, that red donut.
Oh, you're saying that. So are you saying that's like a lake in the center of the city or something?
No, I was thinking the red is the high population area.
I see the city's in red. No, that little tiny dot. You mean that dot there?
No, the donut is in red. The
Yeah,
dot,
the donut.
that dot indicates where the first where it's.
That's the initial hit, right? And then the rest of it is like it's like an atom bomb, right? It just blows out. Yeah. What do you call the guy in the background on 13/4/018?
Yeah, exactly. Well, 2Kid. Yeah, look at that. He's got chimney hat.
He's got more like a chef's hat on, doesn't he?
There we go. Yes, I'm gonna add that to the nose. Chef's hat.
I really love that. I wish they would have used what's her name more, Tunic or whatever. She was I thought she was a good little actress.
Tamara.
I liked her. Spunky. Yeah, Tamara. She's spunky, isn't she?
She puts her hands on her hips when she's, and then Barbara Babcock kind of turns away, and Maya 3 turns away and is like, okay, so you know how we talked about young whippersnappers, security guards are always pulling their gun.
Yeah.
And Friday's Child, the guy pulls it on the Klingon and he dies.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, here we have that security guy. You can see clearly they show that shot where he lifts his hand to grab the phaser, and then the next one, Kirk is like, no, no, and so then the next shot he puts his hand back down again.
Yeah,
I love the Shatner,
the subtleness of it.
Just brilliant. Not ever captured in any of these still shots, but boy, man. Okay, chef's hat in the back. Funny. Then we have the end of Act 1, but I'm going to look what 11347 is. Okay, we begin Act 2, and they show the transporter beam down platform with nobody there, and it was just, we just going to put a couple seconds of that, and we need to fill some dead air.
What is it with that thing floating in the air on the table there? I don't understand that at all.
Okay, so that is a lamp, essentially a lamp.
Oh, is that what that is?
In our era, not in their era. Like we would have a lamp hanging from the ceiling. Now just pull the camera way back and look, and they go and look at it and go, there's a rope there holding this thingy down.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
They have to act around it.
Oh, is that what you're asking? What she's saying right there?
Yeah, I was looking because there's a reason that it says if I refuse to report and others refuse, then Vindicator would have no choice but to launch real weapons. Yeah, my life is as dear to me as it is to yours. Yeah, I don't know what point I was trying to make.
Done.
Okay, eyebrow up and down. Yep, he's got that down. We got a beautiful ship shot there. The front of the nacelles with the spikes. So tell me about 1656.
16, you're going back a little bit?
where a NonSeven is about to use the voice changer, so he sounds like Captain Kirk, and the camera sweeps from right to left past that console that they're sitting in front of. What are little girls made of?
Yes, I do.
And Rook talks like Majel Barrett, Nurse Chapel, and the captain he imitates. Well, he does the same thing, except I think Rock did it with his voice because he's a android, and this guy has a machine, right? A microphone, Mr. Microphone. He's talking into to sound like Darth Vader. No, like Kirk.
Oh, right. Another
fake the voice episode.
Yeah, but see the way they're saying him, showing him talking, and then he has that thing so far away. I know it's supposed to be a reveal that it's not Kirk. You know, that's why they took so long to show you who's speaking, right? We already knew it's not Kirk, though. I mean, it's obvious. But the reveal took so long, and yet he's got that thing and he's talking so far away from it. I don't know. Whatever. It's just hard for me to bridge that gap of the thing that he's using is actually changing that they should have had his regular voice, but have him on the Enterprise be different. Because it seems to me 181617, because I put it there again.
No, it's a
1908-02 you're talking about?
Yeah. No, it's a sonic disruptor from Vindicator. No, it's gosh. Major, where'd you get? Okay.
What is that thing about opening that door and closing that door? It is the weirdest thing to me where they're using that. I mean, you know what? I just watched it too close. Never mind.
What?
It's not
what? You mean when
nothing,
head or what?
How the guard has to take something out to open the door, like a little whatever he's using.
Yes, and the thing was on the inside of the door when the guard was on the inside, and he was saying, okay, now you're on the inside, and now I'm leaving. So he would grab that little thingy, and then he would leave, and the door would close. Is that just a magnet to put the key somewhere? It's just a standard thing when you walk in your house, you put the keys on the key thing. Is that where you store the key? That
might be. I don't know. But Kirk, or Captain Kirk, you know, he used that thing to open the door, right? When they have
the inside.
Yeah, from the inside.
Okay, so it's a magnet to hold the key, and it's also the place where you turn it to open the thing.
Yeah, I think so. Or to release the latch somehow.
Yeah. And so did this guy who was mind controlled, is that what he did, the same thing on the outside to open it?
I mean, I don't know. It was weird. I mean, kind of. I guess you're right. It was just a key he was using. There's that girl I was talking about. You got the guy in the blue hat.
Wait,
and then you got that girl that was so sweet, right? No, that's not the same one, right? They already vaporized. No, have they vaporized them yet or not?
No.
No.
She is running with the guys down the hallway with the funny run.
Yeah.
And I like her. I never noticed her, but she was the last person that should have died. She was in line ready to go in, and Kirk and Spock comes in there and stops.
Right. Okay.
And so I'd like to know if that actress goes to conventions and says, here's my little part. I was the one that was about to die. The last one, and I got saved by Spock. That's her headline. Saved by Spock.
That would be kind of cool.
And she's running down with the two guys who are running slow. She's in between those two running down and she has a skimpy from the back. William Ware, Tice. Okay, see that door in 1939? It doesn't open all the way. That's the most open any of those doors are. Every other one goes like halfway, and they're.
Yeah, it's such an odd choice for this thing. I think it's such an odd choice.
Okay. So let's blow up a disintegration booth. Notice out in 2153, pinpoint white light is where he blasts it.
Uh-huh.
And the next one, it explodes. Great. And do you see my notes? Do you remember The Far Side?
The Far Side?
Yeah, cartoon, comic book.
Yeah,
cartoon.
I do. Yeah, of course.
Remember the one that goes, ooh, and the aliens are on Mars, and they're looking at Earth, and everything is like exploding, and it's like fireworks. And they're going,
yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Okay, so that's what 2153 remind me of. Ooh, look, it looks pretty. And then we get the sparks coming out of the same hole.
Yeah.
But then 2155, everything's different. All of a sudden, there's a hole in the center of the door, and puffs of smoke are coming out of the center of the door. He never hid it there.
Yeah, well.
So they put a squib or cut a hole, and they put pipe with smoke, and out it comes. And then the reason I have 2204 there, the fire along the right side of the disintegration chamber, there's a console there that the programmer gets rid of people with. There's fire there. We have real fire on a set. No CGI.
Yeah, I know, right. That was really interesting because that did look absolutely like real fire. I believe that was a real fire on the set. So she probably, once she got moving, because you have her in 21-2807.
That's the first.
I don't think she's
here.
Right.
21.
Then she's on 22-202 where she's running.
Yep.
And then that 22-0207, which is not long after the 22-02.
Right. The camera followed her to exit. They're all running down the hallway, and that's when she leaves.
That's the end of her day. She's done. So you've got
running down the hallway.
On end of Act 2.
Yep, that's where we're at. Let's start Act 3.
All right. So you're beginning of Act 3. You've got the Enterprise circling the planet again.
Vindicator, and it's a beautiful ship. Now later on, the Enterprise moves out. Remember, he says he orders them out to just
because they're under attack.
Phaser range. Just doesn't Spock. I think Spock. No, Spock. And then Kirk smiles because they say launch the fire at the end. Nope, sorry, it's too far out. So our phasers can operate further than their disruptors can on our Enterprise. Okay, where are we at? 25-35.
25-35.
The wall leans in.
So you're saying that this is the flip side of another set, right? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying that this is...
No, you said, hey, it doesn't look like a lot of set redress sets, right? You said it looks like it's all newly created. Well,
just look at the one where Kirk and Spock are kind of hiding behind and the door doesn't open all the way, and they're gonna bonk their head. They probably did bonk their head a couple times.
Bonk.
Dr. McCoy, he didn't have many lines in here, did he? He
appeared, and he works with Scotty. They're arguing back and forth, and Scotty had some great stuff like, the haggis is in the fire for sure, right?
And there's his tongue again.
That just happened. That's exactly where Scotty starts that line, and then McCoy looks like that.
Yeah.
Poor DeForest.
Now, this isn't where he challenges the ambassador yet, right? The ambassador's challenge is pretty much later. I will not do it. You'll go to jail for sure. Yep, maybe so, but I'll still not do it. They haven't been attacked by the disruptor yet.
Armageddon.
Because I hope you put that little ensign or whatever he is on the bridge. Because his line was funny to me. Hand has already moved forward to the button before he even knew what he was going to do.
Hold on.
That's right after Scotty.
It is a Fox thing. The haggis thing is the Fox incident. I won't lower the screens. Your refusal to comply with my orders.
Okay. So you don't have the little ensign or whatever saying, if our shields were down, we would be disrupted to hell or whatever it says. It's like so funny.
On the bridge?
Yeah, on the bridge.
Can I?
Right after they got hit by that disruptor, he's like, if the disruptor was down, we'd be blah, blah, disrupted to hell or whatever he said. And I thought that's a funny line.
DePaul, if those screens weren't up, we'd be totally disrupted by now.
Yeah, it just cracks me up, right? I'm going to disrupt your day, man.
DePaul says, screens are firm, sir. Extremely powerful sonic vibrations. Decibels, 18 to the 12th power. If those screens weren't up, we'd be totally disrupted by now. You mean we'd be jelly? Well, I guess that answers your question, Mr. Scott. They're not very friendly, are they? But what about our captain and the landing party down? We'll get him out.
I don't understand what you're saying on 32.245.
32.4 is okay. So slightly cut off, but you can see NonSeven's hand is already, palm is facing out towards the camera on his right arm.
Right.
He's reaching down. He is already turned to push the button on the table to tell his guards that something's up. Before there is any indication to the audience, we know what he's doing there. So this scene is first, and they're talking, and Kirk is talking towards us, and he has his hand turned, and it's not very obvious. They don't make it obvious in this scene at all that this is where he turns his hand. And I've never noticed that before. I always see the cutaway, which is the 3224, where they're showing us press the violet button and then press the red button.
Yeah.
But before that, he does have his hand, his palm facing the camera, and he's reaching towards the lip of the table to push the button.
Yeah.
Foreshadowing. So when you watch it a second time, you go, oh yeah, he's reaching for that. I never saw that before. While I was going through it now, frame by frame, I was going, oh, that's
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, it's also interesting right here that, again, there's an example at the same shot where Kirk, uses the camera a lot. His whole shot, again, he's full face. You could basically, I know that you're saying that's foreshadowing, which it absolutely is, but that is basically, who did they say used to do that with the camera? Oh, Steve McQueen, where he'd always try to be right in the camera all the time, right? And so it looks like Kirk just takes the shot. He's still in the scene, if you will.
Yes. I marked that 3147 because it happens twice. There are several twice things in here. We've got all those security guard twice things. Here, he puts his gun on his chest, and a NonSeven, the actor, he looks down as he gets poked in the chest with the tap, tap, tap with the gun. And 2 minutes later, after talking a whole bunch more and a whole bunch of conversation, Kirk does it again. Taps him on the damn chest again. Completely later as a separate incident. And guess what a NonSeven, the actor does? He looks down again. You're touching me. You're touching me. Your side of the pajama. Your pajamas are touching my pajamas. Well, I'm making a joke there. That's not what the actor is doing. I mean, but he does it twice. All right. Now, why is it in 3335 as he walks towards the door, I grant you he does a little pirouette and he spins away. Why does the door know not to open?
Did it lock him out or something?
Is it because
you're saying
has to have the badge on his door to make it open?
I don't know.
On the Enterprise, I guess I would definitely go, wait a minute, the door's artificial intelligence knows that he approached and quickly turned and so didn't open right away. And on this planet, he's not allowed to go through the door because his shirt they're not sensing him. So therefore, because really Kirk is doing the little cute come here thing because Kirk has something planned for a NonSeven. Not because he needs them to open the door, but apparently you do need to have a NonSeven there because the door didn't open when he walked straight towards it.
Yeah.
It was like you could have run right into it. All right, we have some funny door closed and then door open. And notice how far that door is open in 3345. It is halfway open with the sharp edge right near some vulnerable spots. As the Galaxy Quest, right above the thigh.
That is such a weird. Yeah, I'll get over it. It's such a weird. That door
should pull all the way away into the pocket.
Yeah, I mean, but they built it and they screwed up, and then the guys go, "We don't have enough money. Just get shooting. We gotta go. Let's move." I can tell right now.
I should call those the Forbidden Planet doors. I should just call them that or something so we know what we're doing.
Where are they taking Kirk? They're dragging him out. Where are they going to take him?
Oh, yeah. They're right. They took him. Well, he's going to go. Are they going
to be in a disruptor? Is he supposed to go on a disruptor?
We're at 34. Were they already in the room? Yes, we already saw the room where they were supposed to be held, and they escaped because of Spock. So now they're going to, put him back in the room so he can escape again? No, they go kill him and they get another body count because they're low on numbers.
We're done. Boom.
Okay,
the book from the menagerie. 353607.
Jeez, you jump ahead. Oh yeah, right there.
I didn't afford that. We've got a closing shot, then we've got an establishing shot, then we've got the matte painting.
Yep, you're totally right. I just freaked out. I go, the book, that must be hours ahead, minutes ahead. I go, where is this book? And it's right there. All right, I'll do it. The book, he looks down, Fox looks down and this other guy is tugging at the book. It's like, and he was just told, we're going to kill you. And this guy is tugging at this book and taking it away. Okay, here he says, we have been at war for 500 years. You must understand, Captain, we have been at war it's been our way for almost 500 months. If you people don't report disintegration agreement dates back 500 years. Here we go. I keep saying, Anon says hundreds of millions of people. And that's right here. He says, the text says, the target has moved out of range. And NonSeven says, you wouldn't do this. Hundreds of millions of people. And Kirk says, I didn't start it, Councilman, but I'm liable to finish it. And he said hundreds of millions before. That's what I want to say he did, but I can't find the reference. He says, maybe he phrases it the same way when he says the 500 million thing. It's like, okay, so this is the one where I feel like I'm Kevin right now. I'm lying, you know. When I saw that, I go, he just said this 20 minutes ago, 100 million people. And now I can't find the reference.
Now you're saying his assistant died, the ambassador's assistant died?
Yeah, look at that. Look at that. He falls down and Fox pats him on the back or helps him down and his hand kind of on his back, and he's sad. And here's the shot of everybody has moved down the hallway, and that guy is dead back there. He lost someone here.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, looks like he's pretty well dead. That looks like a damn good dead guy right back there.
He crumpled.
I mean, that's pretty genuine to me, doesn't it? He did a good job of dying. That looks incredibly uncomfortable.
Okay, what do we got? Oh yeah, we can't see the bottom third. We need a rescan.
Oh well, you didn't get his fight. You didn't get William Shatner as a Captain Kirk's fight in there. What does he take on 5 people?
Yes, easy. He goes boom boom. The guy, he trips one guy.
He trips the first guy.
The door guy. And then 2 more.
These guys are they're like the Gorn, right? They're so damn slow. I mean, it's like none of them go, oh, let me help you out there, boss.
Well, Kirk is awesome. He's the hero.
Yeah, the dialogue 47-12-10.
Oh yes, I love this. I use this in real life. I mean, in my brain, I don't really say this line out loud, I don't think. That's all it takes, knowing that we're not going to kill today. He pauses there before the word today. He says, we can admit that we're killers, but we're not going to kill today. And then he says, that's all it takes. Knowing that we're not going to kill today. Human beings with the blood of million savage years on our hands, but we can stop it, kind of is what he's talking about. So I like that he is saying that we as humans, we can think about this and control our
urges, yeah.
Yeah. And he says it great. And it's a great line.
Do you have a rating on this one?
Okay, this is good. The Fox character was not annoying in the way of I can't watch it. He was the character he was supposed to be. It was great, and we had all the lines. You know, you have a creature crawling on your shoulder. Lots of stuff. This is for me. All shows from Star Trek for me are in the 80s, so I'm sorry. It's good. It's going to get an 84 or an 86. Don't know where to put it.
Well, I know I'm going to rate it a low. I'm giving it an 83. 83. And I guess this is why I give it an 83. You look surprised when I did it. I like the way Captain Kirk kind of said, you know, I like the way that they gave him something real to protect, which is the Enterprise. They gave him a real reason for doing what he did. And that is you cannot just take and destroy my stuff because of something that you don't want to take responsibility for. And I think I love that. So actually, I think I might give it an 85 just for that alone. I think that's a really good message. And I really like looking at stories, as you know by now, for what the content and what they're trying to say and the way they say it. And I do believe they did a good job of saying it in this episode. All right, let's end this call. We cool? All right, good night, boss. So next week, see you. Have a good one.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.